welcome to this episode of Herald Café. This cafe, in this episode, we've got a thespian, a theatre personality from a homegrown theatre group called Theatre Flamingo. Welcome to the studio, Keatan.
Thank you so much.
I've been watching your plays for a long time now, but I did not know about your childhood. And what I want to ask you first is that, how did you get inspired to take theatre as a profession?
Yeah, I started my theatre from school, you know, and earlier it was hobby.
Okay.
You know, I was average in my studies, so nobody was paying attention in that kind. And as a kid, you always want the attention from your teachers, right? Rather the attentions of your parent. It is I feel that the attention of teachers, you know.
If teachers acknowledges, you feel worthy.
Yeah. So the thing was, but I was average in my studies. But whenever I used to go on stage, people used to clap. So this is my first spark, and slowly it was my hobby. And then I joined in a group called Hounds Theatre Training Center of Vijay Kumar Naik in Fonda, and he have conducted one of a workshop, you know, in our college, and I have joined it, and we toured, we did so many productions, and then it was hobby converted into something else. You know, it was a bug then. And yeah, this is how I started my theatre.
So this formal theatre training would be only through workshops and stuff, or did you go for a graduation somewhere?
Yeah, after being with my guru for 6-7 years in Funda, learning theatre and knowing theatre by the practicals and observing, I completed my masters in theatre from Pune University.
Okay.
And I completed with a gold medal.
Nice.
And this was another spark for me. You know, I started my studies in school with a very average thing and this and that. But then when it comes to theatre and this, where
getting a gold medal.
Yeah, I found my passion, and yeah, this is how it started.
Nice. And your theatres have won so many awards, you know, like across India they have won awards and stuff. And you have started your own theatre repertoire called Theatre Flamingo.
Yeah.
So what was the need of starting a separate theatre repertoire of your own, you know? And you always talk about experimental theatre and applied theatre. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, I'll start with the how I started
Yes,
this group called Theatre Flamingo and what it is.
And why Flamingo?
Yeah. Initially, when we were studying in drama school, we were like-minded people in our batch and wanted to pursue theatre further, you know, and don't wanted to. And generally, what happens is you study theatre and you go for the camera work in Mumbai and struggle. You know, this is what actors' so-called journey happens.
True.
And there you get work and this and that. But I don't wanted to change my medium, which is theatre, and convert it into camera, because I have learned it. Like, you know, yeah. So when I came back to Goa, I was having this in my mind that I wanted my own group. This is one thing. But starting the space called TF Actors Lab, which is very much which was very much need for me. You know, basically the thing is, when you pass out as a doctor, when you pass out as a nurse or a engineer, there is a room for you to you know, there's something called internship. You know, but then for an artist there is nothing like that. And yeah, in Goa we have so much of artwork which is happening on this and that, but then as a budding artist there is no fertile soil in that sense. And also I have applied for many residencies, international residencies, and it was failed attempt, and some of the residencies I didn't go because there was a huge amount of
money involved,
travel fare and money involved, and fee structure, this and that, and I was not on that mark to, you know, go there. So I thought, why don't I only create such kind of a space where it will be helpful for me, myself, and like-minded people will be there in this whole world, you know, where they need a space and do something in theatre and experiment, though they are aspiring or budding and still learning, you know. So this is the thing. And another thing is, like, when you complete your studies, you don't really complete your studies as such.
You keep on learning every day.
You start your studies then.
Yes.
Because what you get in the school, I mean, even though you complete your masters, it's a basic knowledge, it's a basic information, and afterwards the thing is, the journey starts where, you know, depends upon this information, how you convert this information into a drop of a knowledge, you know, and you create your own work and connect with people and connect with nature. So this was my whole goal, and I started this TF Factors lab under the group called Theatre Flamingo. Now I'll tell you what Theatre Flamingo is.
Yes.
When we got passed out from our drama school, we started a journey of 17 days for about 5,000 kilometers from Pune to Amravati, Nanded, interiors of Maharashtra, and we were doing theatre. You know, we were having solo pieces and a full-fledged play. There was one driver with us, and we 11 and a bolero car. And we were sleeping into that car only and doing theatre. And doing theatre with the head collection. And whatever the money which was coming from the head collection, we were using for this petrol and our daily food, food and all. The basic goal was, like, to understand why there is a need of theatre in interiors, in fringe, you know, and why we should do it. After learning so much of ideologies and why Augusto Ball and you know, different acting styles, this and that, the question was why we have to do this in our soil, and what's the need. And we understood the need, that is, you know, there in our country there are no basic needs, and for this basic need we fight a lot, and there are many questions with which we have to put it, and and this is the medium that we have with us, that from there we can put the question is like theatre, you know, from theatre we can ask the question. So this is how the journey started. And Flamingo, because initially we started as a traveling theatre group,
right,
you know. So we were in Mumbai 5 days, in Bengaluru 2 days, in Goa 8 days, and exploring theatre, doing theatre. And we also did theatre on bikes, taking bikes, and we were going on the road trips. And how the structure of the plays and this were, we were going in the Chowdi, you know, in a main market area, and we used to play mrudangam or any folk instrument, you know, and there we used to I mean, people used to gather, and then we used to tell them that so and so play is there, and so and so venue, your government school this, and there we are going to play. And so many of the vendors we used to meet, like Moongfali walas and this and that, you know. So we used to tell them also that you also come, aapko bhi kuch matlab fayda ho jayega isse, this and that. So this is how the thing was going around, and we used to
it is reminding me of the traditional khel theatre, you know? Something like khel, where you go and do. I'm sure there must be some differences. And what about the techniques that you use now? You have specialized in like applied theatre, experimental theatre. What are the physical theatre, you say? What is the advantage of that versus the traditional theatre?
Many of the times when we do theatre, we do conventional method of theatre, you know. Conventional is going into the auditoriums, and inside the fourth wall we do theatre, this and that. But then theatre is not only about the entertainment. One of our solo play we did in a government bus in Maharashtra. Inside the bus, we hopped.
Where were the audience?
Audience was in the bus.
It was a moving bus.
It was a moving bus.
Okay.
Yeah. And we altered a bit, and we did that play. So basically, out in West, theatre happens in asylum, in you know, in jails, prison, in hospitals, to the betterment of the people, the society there.
Right.
You know, for even there is a concept called toddlers theatre.
Okay.
You know, and in India, there's nothing such kind of a huge
Concept is.
concept. So this is the thing, and I wanted to start this kind of a work here in Goa, and still in the process. So we are very much Theatre Flamingo is very much active in experimental theatre, children theatre, applied theatre, and theatre which is the need of the times.
Like with social issues that you are saying.
Yeah,
Need of
yeah.
the time meaning what?
Need of the time, wherein in daily life as a humans we face many problems.
Yes.
Problems with the social leaders, problems with the basic needs, problems with the environment, this and that, and how we are going to put this. And there's one thing that we can just do dharna. We
protest.
We protest. But
Yes.
secondly, I think is many of the times when we do protest also, there are not that much of number of the people that who
They come in,
convince.
yes, yeah.
But with the art, with the literature,
Yes.
we can do much.
You can do a broader outreach because
outreach,
people
yeah.
will take it as a drama, people will take it as a theatre, yet
Yeah,
they will learn
yeah,
about a
yeah.
social issue.
Because here in theatre what happens is we not only just speak upon the ideologies but also give the experience. And whenever such kind of a theatre happens, experiential theatre happens, it touches human emotion, and that's why I feel one should practice theatre, because practicing theatre is like practicing empathy.
Okay.
Every time when I as an actor I do theatre, I try to fit in other person's shoes. So it is like that, and try and understand how the shape is. I mean how this दूर से देखने के लिए mountain is very nice, but then when you go inside
then you know how high it is or how treacherous the roads are.
So this is the thing. So that's why I say practicing theatre
increases
like
empathy.
practicing empathy, and more you practice empathy, more is a lack chances to hurt somebody.
Got it.
So
it makes you a better person. You're saying. Theatre.
Yeah.
Because you impersonate other people's miseries or happiness. Look into it. Very good.
You also learn about the word called bias and unbias. So this is the only thing that theatre gives us, and it enriches us.
Yes. Our understanding. Society. Very cool. Nice. These are the takeaways, I think, for the audience also from this interview. Like how I was thinking that like how reading increases compassion. Like theatre also does the similar thing. Very cool. And what about this children's theatre you have started? Like what is that about?
We started children theatre called Ghumche Cutter Theatre. Now Ghumche Cutter is the sound resonance of the instruments that we play, the folk instrument that we play in Shimgo Mahotsav in Goa. I started this a 9-month of project wherein we take this children literature and we create 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 10 minutes plays, and in different languages. Sometimes we play it in Hindi, sometimes we play it in Konkani, English, Marathi, because in Goa there are outside people also. So wherever there is a need of Hindi theatre, we do that kind of a thing. And sometimes what happens is, school gives us only half an hour. So we play our play like for 25 minutes.
So do you train the children? How?
No, we take this seasoned actors, trained actors, 3 or 4 trained actors, and then with them we create a theatre for students. And why I do this is because nowadays children don't read. So this is the major thing what I see and look upon. And I feel everybody should read. Even though you are adult, you have to read children literature, because it's much more this. So this is the thing. What I do is I use a Brechtian format. Now what Brechtian format is? I start a story with theatre, with puppet, with songs, folk songs, and connect with the students and ask them in the middle, do you want to hear further? Then they are like, yes, we want. Then slowly I go forward again I ask, you want? And the more people joins and they say yes, we want. And
Like
3 to 4
you encourage the audience.
encourage the audience. 3 to 4 I mean dots like this, and then in the end we don't give the end. Like for example, if we are telling the cat story, what happened to that cat in the end, the climax we don't say. We cut in the middle, we come in the front of the this audience, and we says that there is a so and so book, so and so author, so and so library that in your school, so and so shelf, and so page. You read it, you create the theater audience, and send us the video. So this is how they go towards the books. So this is the thing.
And how is the response from the students?
Oh, very much interesting. In 2018 I have started. I can do only 3 shows because I was not having that kind of a networking as such. Then I felt doing theater only is not sufficient. I have to meet people and like that. Then in next year, Ravin Bhavan Margaon have helped us. There, this chairman was there, Prashant Naik and Sash Panendikar and all. And these people helped me monetarily, and we can do togetherly. We can do the 70 shows.
Wow.
Very next year we also same. I mean 80-90 shows we did, and one of our play is still running. It have completed 200 shows now.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a Marathi play, Hans Andersen's story, The Emperor's Clothes. I have adapted it in Goan format, and we are doing it in Marathi. Yeah. So this is the thing. In this 2-3 years, then after COVID came, but before COVID we reached till like 14,000-15,000 of kids in South Goa only.
In South Goa only?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is the thing. In COVID also we did one project on Mahabharata, and there's in Kanakona there is a folk theater called Gaun Kani.
Okay.
And Gudulya Kani. There's a stories of Bhima of Mahabharata, and they are very like humans. The Draupadi there is eating battle nut and all like that. So inspiring from this, I have written the stories, 10 different stories, and we used to give this storytelling theater in the video format.
Yes, because it's COVID times.
Online in the COVID times.
Okay.
So yeah, project is still going, and this year it is the 5th season of our children theater.
Nice. Wish you all the best for that. Nice. So Keatan, talking about that adaptation of like now you said the Hans Andersen story, adaptation of like recently we have we read about your theater Mukbhat, So you do a lot of adaptation, and do you transplant a bigger classic into the local Goan or Konkani atmosphere, and you create, you say it loosely based on the Shakespeare. How does that process happen? Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, one of my play which is going on, which is loosely based upon Macbeth, Shakespeare's classic, and the name is Mukbhat. Actually, I living in Goa, I don't want to speak about some bigger thing, which are not related to me and my family. Taking inspiration from here, I have we are dealing with the temple politics, caste politics, gender politics.
That every village will have.
Yeah, every village will have, and we have incorporated this theme into Mukbhat. And yeah, we say it as a loyal. We say it as a loyal adaptation, but it is a disloyal adaptation altogether of Shakespeare's classic.
So all the actors that you have, because this is a very progressive play, this is an experimental play, this is a progressive play. All these actors are from your theater Flamingo lab, or like people from outside also comes. How do you train? How much time does it take?
Yeah, I was working on this play from last 4 years, and the whole process went for 2-3 months. Some of the actors are from our group, but then many of the people they want to join our group and work with us. So we are open to that also, and not from theater field only, from any discipline, from sculpture, from craft, anything like that. So we were processing it, and I'll go back to the question where how the process started, and what is the process. Initially, when theater started, there was nothing such thing called playwright or a script.
Okay.
Slowly when there is a competition thing, when the Greek theater started, or before that when we read, scholars have written and mentioned that it like folk theater in any, like you said, this Khel, there is no script, man. Not one person will write it and call him as a playwright, this and that.
Got it. Yes.
But then initially when theater this journey started and evolved, this competition thing started in Greek theater, and then many people came out and they were writing the plays for the competitions, and these calculations were there to win the prizes, and that's when this concept started. Maybe, I don't know. So I went back initially to it's an ensemble work, and we were having a plot like of a Macbeth script, but then what everyone feels, if somebody is doing Macduff, what that Macduff feels, like if you have 10 artists with you, 10 actors with you, everybody should do Macbeth, everybody should do Lady Macbeth, irrespective of gender. Everybody should do Macduff, like that we were improvising, and slowly then after I mean, with my friend Shiv Pranav, I started writing. He was rendering the sentences from the improvised scene. We were taking pictures and videos out of it. So this was the process. And initially Shakespeare also written in the same manner. Molière also written in the same manner. So
I find it more organic, like it's more organic and inclusive, you are not dictating your terms,
Exactly.
you are going together. It's a very democratic process.
Yes, democratic process, and also everybody in this, everybody has chance to say. Or else what happens is, many times as an actor, I feel, what is the job there? You had some lines and you deliver it to the audience. And then there is a skill, there's a thing called skill, and how better you do it,
your dialogue
voice,
delivery,
your pace, your emotionally how you work, this and that. But this is a skill. But then, as a thinker actor, what is there with me? It's not only about being actor, you put something on stage skillfully. It's also about, as a human, what is the take? So this is the thing. So that's why I go with this process, wherein everybody has chance to speak, at least in that process, and then afterwards we put it on the table and then find it and articulate it like that.
Cool. I think it's a very democratic and very organic process. Nice one. So I'm coming to the last question of mine. It's about that you were doing so much of theater and for such a long time, maybe it's like the 20 odd years, maybe more than that,
or 15 odd
15
years.
Odd years, And how do you want to increase the Goan audience, like Goa had a major history of theater. Theatra is there, Khel is there, I'm sure there are a lot of Marathi plays which are very popular. And like what are your ways of popularizing theater? Like nowadays experimental theaters is very new for everybody, new for the audience also. They are like accustomed to seeing a theater with a big backstage and stuff, like an orchel in a marketplace. But what you do is a kind of experimental, it's a different kind of a theater. How are you trying to popularize it to the audience? What are your ways? And any insights into the audience, how they should how they should see a theater, like the ways of seeing a theater.
First and foremost, as an artist, I want to I don't want this line, a thin line, that parallel and unparalleled in films, we say,
like art films versus Bollywood.
It's nothing like that. It's an artist's take to present it, and it comes from the society, right? It comes from the general living.
Yes.
So from that only it is coming. So we as an artist we think that no, बाकी लोगों को ये नहीं समझ में आएगा, something like that, and they do very, and that's where this experimental thing comes, and nobody joins you to do. Rather, what my take is to develop this a body, you know, to make them understand. If suppose there is a painting, you know, figurative or say abstract painting.
Okay.
What is the experience? Traditionally in theater, we tend to have stories. What is the story of this theater, this and that? But sometimes there's no story. There's the thing called experience, and experience nowadays, experience is different kind of a entertainment.
True.
You know,
Yes.
understanding this is very much important. You know, altogether when a person sits and scroll down on the Instagram up and down, what he really gets, he gets nothing. You know, but some kind of a habit which gives, and it was a experience, but then now it is not. You know, so same here. Secondly, just ask you a question again. I just
So, like this experimental theatre that you were saying, how is the Goan audience's response? How you have found, you know, that way?
Another thing which I want to do here is, you know, there's we don't have a culture in Goa that we pull up a ticket and we go for the this theatre to watch. For theatre format it is there, but for the theatre it is not there. I want to develop that first. Secondly, for the budding artists, for the actors here or theatre learners or students, I want to create fertile soil for them to learn. You know, so I have started also this Flamingo's internship for theatre.
Right.
You know, wherein I also pay. You know, so this is also a thing. And yeah, man.
And do you think that venues in Goa are coming up slowly to open up to the
Yeah.
theatre?
Many venues are coming up.
That's good thing.
Yeah, one of the venue is also coming up for theatre is Museum of Goa.
Nice.
And we are collaborating together and coming up with different kind of a theatre togetherly. Yeah.
Cool. I think that is it. And all the best for your future endeavors.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
And it's great that we could talk to each other about your process and how you are doing so many good theatre, and wish you all the best again.
Yes, thank you Nilankur, thank you Herald that you call me here and give me this opportunity to listen something from me, you know.
And we'll see you on the stage now.
Yes, thank you.
Yes. Thank you, audience. It was pleasure talking to Keatan, and I will see you next week.